Let's head back together to Massachusetts, where the Commonwealth's first witness is still on the stand. This is a paramedic who responded to the crime scene. Right now, let's go back in for more of the recross by the defense.
Just to be clear, you described a very detailed scene in which firefighter Flamati got down on the ground on his knees and began CPR.
Yes, sir.
We saw a clip that it played fully through. Starts and stops, but it played fully through, correct?
Yes, sir.
That was true and accurate video of what happened that day.
Yes, sir.
That morning, correct?
Correct.
And from the time firefighter Flamati began his CPR, he never stopped, but all the way through until the burn was taken off the camera, correct?
Correct.
You also described very clearly before you saw the video that the time when my client walked over and you had this dialogue and you heard this statement, it was during the time that firefighter Flamati was given the CPR, correct? You described it.
Yes, sir.
But when we actually see firefighter Flamati giving the CPR, as per your description, at no time did my client walk over and have a conversation with you, did she?
She did in the video.
In the portion that Mr. Brennan played you, was firefighter Flamati giving CPR at that point?
As I said previously
Was
as well.
he or was he not? Yes or no?
Objection.
I'm going to let the witness answer the question.
Firefighters Kelly and Flamati were trading off CPR. Tony started doing CPR, and it was passed off at one point to firefighter Kelly. Firefighter Kelly at that time was a BLS EMT. Firefighter Flamati was a paramedic. They're going to move towards firefighter Kelly performing CPR because at that time his skill set was not as advanced as firefighter Flamati's, as Tony's. But they did switch off. That is a routine cardiac arrest. We switch off compressions.
But the video that Mr. Brennan showed you was earlier in time, a few seconds or a minute or two earlier.
Yes, sir.
You'd agree with that, correct?
I would.
And firefighter Flamati had not begun CPR, had he?
I don't believe so.
That's right, he hadn't. But that's the time that my client walked over your general area, correct?
Correct.
Before CPR was started, correct?
CPR was started immediately, sir.
Can we wrap this up?
I don't know if we can, Judge.
Give you a couple more minutes.
Do you understand the confusion?
Objection.
Sustained.
All right, a couple more questions on this. The video that Mr. Brennan showed you,
Yes, sir.
and you pointed to and said, oh, that's the time when she walked over and said the statement.
Yes, sir.
Remember that?
I do.
Firefighter Flamati was not even kneeling down giving CPR, was he at that point?
No,
The answer is yes or no?
no.
Okay, he was not. Later, as the video continues to run, at some point, we see firefighter Flamati enter the screen, kneel down in that bright, reflective yellow jacket, and begin CPR, correct?
Yes, sir.
You had previously said that when you heard the statement and she walked over to you, it was when firefighter Flamati was giving CPR, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at no point, you'll agree with me, we just played the video, at no point after he started giving CPR did my client come anywhere near you. Isn't that what the video showed?
That was the segment that you showed me.
You indicated on on redirect, that Mr. O'Keefe did not have any injuries to the left side of his body.
Not that I recall.
Isn't it true that in addition to the egg on the right side of his head, he also had a black eye on the left side?
I remember that the swelling had started to, it's referred to kind of as raccoon eyes. It's a bruising of both eyes.
Do you remember
battle signs.
Do you remember saying, in answer to the question, did it look like, in addition to the egg on the right side of his head in the front, Did he also have a black eye on the left side? Your answer is, if memory serves correct, yes.
Yes, sir.
So it's not true that he didn't have any injuries on the left side of his body or face, correct?
That swelling kind of migrates over time to both sides. That is a common occurrence for both eyes to be swollen.
Did he have an injury to the left side of his face?
He did not.
Did he have a black left eye?
Yes, he did.
Would you consider a black eye an injury?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you the question again then. Did he have an injury to the left side of his face?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. One last question. You indicated that it was a chaotic scene outside on that front yard.
Yes, sir.
Fire engines, ambulances, patrol vehicles, engines running, diesel engines, flashing lights, people screaming, people talking over the howling wind, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see the homeowner come out the front door?
Don't recall.
You don't recall, or you didn't?
I have no idea who the homeowner is.
And you never saw anybody come out of front of the house?
No, sir.
That's all I have.
One issue. Briefly.
I want to see counsel at Tybar.
Perfect time to bring in our guest for this hour, former prosecutor Chrisanne Hall. Chrisanne, thank you so much for being with me today. A lot to talk about. I want to start first by the fact it's never a good sign, in my opinion, when the judge says, can we wrap this up with this first witness? They were on recross, and I do think the prosecutor and the defense attorney, they're phenomenal attorneys. Honestly, they're both excellent attorneys. But I think it's true, you can go on a little too long with a witness. Do you think that happened with paramedic Timothy Nuttall?
Well, I think that the judge felt that way for sure, especially when she said, we are not watching this video again. And that sort of made me step back, and I thought to myself, surely she's not going to go there, because that really is interfering with trial strategy, and that could make problems in appeals later. But I do want to say that I'm really impressed with this defense attorney and how he's picking apart this, what would be a seemingly maybe even inconsequential witness. He is literally dissecting this witness and making it apparent to the jury that this witness doesn't really remember what happened and hasn't really been accurate in his testimony.
Yeah, he's attacking his credibility, and I have to tell you, he had me when he got him to admit, I hit him, that he says, Karen Reed says that 3 times. That's his testimony now. A year ago, he said she said it twice. I hit him. Now, at the end of the day, maybe that's a small detail, but Chrisanne, I think it goes specifically to your point of maybe he doesn't remember it that well. Do you think this was the best witness for the state to call first, knowing primacy and recency? It's what the jury listens to.
Well, I think that's something that only time will tell. It's hard to be, the armchair quarterback in it all, and we don't really know until we get to the end the story that the prosecution wants to link together and paint for the jury. Given the fact that the defense attorney has so successfully picked apart this witness, especially, I was really impressed with the fact that he got the paramedic to admit that, yes, he had an injury to the left side of his face. I was behind the scene going, stop there, stop there, stop there. But he actually got him to say, you're right, there was an injury to the left part of the face. And so I don't think that this worked out the way that the prosecution envisioned it to work out. I can say that much.
Yeah, Chrisanne, I think the same thing. Stand by. We do have to take a break. Coming up next, the Commonwealth will call their next witness to the stand. It's Karen Reed's friend, Carrie Roberts, who she called the morning after John O'Keefe died. I'm wondering if the state strategy or the Commonwealth strategy is to get all the statements that Karen Reed made in first. We're going to see. We'll listen to her testimony up next.
Is Karen Reed a killer girlfriend?
She's guilty.
Or the scapegoat in an elaborate cover-up?
Karen Reed was free!
We know who did it.
The Karen Reed murder retrial. Live coverage today on Court TV.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, Karen Reed stands trial once again for the murder of her boyfriend. We're unpacking today's opening statements as this massive retrial gets underway.
Closing Arguments tonight at 8/7 Central, only on Court TV.
We are in Dedham, Massachusetts this afternoon, where it is day one of the murder retrial for Karen Reed. She is standing trial for a second time, charged with second-degree murder in the death of her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. O'Keefe was found dead outside of a friend's house after a night out drinking in 2022. But the defense claims that someone inside the home attacked and killed O'Keefe before leaving him in the snow. Let's get you back into court now, where the Commonwealth is entering an interview clip of Karen Reed into evidence before they call their next witness.
And you're marking this as an exhibit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have something for the court reporter to mark?
We can put it on a zip drive. We can discuss collecting all the clips and putting them on the same zip drive, or we can use different zip drives, whatever the court's preference is.
So we need something. So we need something physical. You can play it and then we'll mark it.
Ms. Gilman, do you have a separate clip?
Jim, is that right?
Thank you. I can have this marked, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Ms. Roberts, please. Okay, thank you.
We'd like to play this first and then call Ms.
Oh, okay,
Roberts.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Or did it come back to you at some point? I mean, how much do you remember?
I remember it, but I question, do I remember it because it's been relived so much? I mean, when I see the video of me driving from the waterfall, like what I just described, tapping the brakes when I crossed the intersection, Washington over Sherman Street, do I actually remember that I kind of slowly proceeded through that green light? No, I don't actually remember that. But I've seen the video so many times that you then question, did I remember on my own? Or was my memory jogged? But I also wondered, did I say, could I have hit him? Or was it told to me that I said I hit him? And I knew I never could have said that, so the closest I must have said was, did I hit him? I know I said I hit him, but did I really say it as many times as law enforcement's claiming I said it?